Loki is my least favorite frame to rank. Honestly, low C tier, Loki ain't it.
Okay, looks like people are more still voting C tier. I'd say he's pretty applicable CBA.
What do you mean he's G tier? He's H tier, but who's Pando tier? Ah yes, Loki, the stealthy trickster, the forgotten king of utility now gathering dust in every Thanos inventory. If you've clicked on this video, it's either because you really love him like I do, he's my most used frame and I love him to bitch. Rebecca, proto frame Loki when? Like, I need him in my life right now so we can start having ramping sexual inter doing reverse good old shock.
I like the cut of his jib.
Or you just wanna shoot yourself in the foot by playing this garbage. But fear not, for today I'm showing you how I managed to bring my Loki from this meme material generator to this murdering machine.
And his name is John C.
So OP, it's going to make your allies wonder if Loki got buffed.
Hello?
Secret Tech XD's not. Yes, I forgot Loki is allergic to enemy bullets and he'll crumble to dust the very minute any enemy sneezes in his way. I think it's easy to see why he was overshadowed by frames like Octavia, Mesa, Dante, well, any frame with more than 0 survivability. Okay, I also have the right to play something comfy at 2 AM in the night.
Leave me alone!
But who needs survivability when you have invisibility, right? That's Loki's whole deal, invisibility and... So, abilities. Because the passive is just a joke at this point, why do I need that much latch time to the freaking walls DE? So his first ability is Decoy, which basically deploys a hologram of himself, which is a lot more capable at tanking damage. And ever since the little rework, this Decoy is able to take up a bit. And with the augment that we're going to be using, it actually has somewhat of a use for DPS now, as long as the enemies shoot at it like it owes them money. Ah yes, Loki's bread and butter, the invisibility. This is your only survivability ability, I know, very tanky, much wow. But let's not forget that it will not make you bullet immune, so you can still get one shot while using this ability. The third ability is Switch Teleport. Perfect for getting yourself permabanned if you troll all too much with it. Like, that's it, that's literally the only use for it nowadays, so we are just going to get rid of it. So the fourth ability, Radio Disarm, it turns every Grakata lover Grenier into a melee fighter. Unless they have overshields, which negates everything nowadays. I swear D is trying to just kill CC at this point. Alright, so how can we make Loki somewhat viable in 2025? With lots of investments, yay! So, if you're going to make Loki viable, you've got to play to his strengths. That means we are going to get rid of this shit.
No. Wait.
So we've infused Grando's ability, Nourish. Why Nourish? Because Nourish helps you spread the viral damage, helps you with energy so you don't need to run Arcane Energize or you don't need to run Zenuric, and it also allows you to be somewhat useful for your teammates because this is a buff that you can apply to your teammates.
Wow!
But remember, Loki is not a DPS frame and his CC is not the best either nowadays, so instead he is more of an enabler for weapons. Now this is my personal choice for the loadout because looking cooler provides a damage bonus proportional to how much cooler you look. Now onto the build itself, this is made for survivability while making the gameplay very engaging, fast and fun. As the config name suggests, we are just going to be copy-pasting Xiao from Genshin Impact. We're gonna pew pew, spray and pray from afar with a bolter, and we're also going to plunge a lot. Basically unga-bunga on them. Alright, so Loki is a very squishy frame, so I don't think there's any point in actually investing in his health or his shield. Instead, we are first going to put primed continuity and primed flow, like very basic mods. Then, because this is somewhat spamming the plunge attack build, we are going with Nara's Hatred and Nara's Anguish. These two mods are also going to increase our plunge attack, but also they are going to give us more mobility because YOLO. Umbral Intensify is going to help with the damage decoy augment mod. So what the mod does is that now it allows you to actually use the decoy on an enemy itself. And when other enemies shoot at it, it's just going to redirect that damage, increased by 350%, and that percent actually increases with your strength. So for example, if we take a look now, it's actually 504%, which is pretty good, I guess. Now, for the survivability mods, I've put Primed Sure-Footed, because if you get knocked down, you're pretty much dead and you're screwed. Rolling Guard, which is going to enable us to be somewhat more tanky, and it also allows us to get rid of any status effects like hit / toxin, which is pretty much going to one-shot you in steel paths. And also Catalyzing Shields, which is just going to increase us our gate immunity, which is very nice. Now, for Arcanes, I highly recommend that you use Arcane Crepuscular, which, while invisible, it gives you more ability strength and more critical multiplier, which is really nice, especially because you are pretty much being invisible all the time. And for the Ardor Arcane, I guess you can just put whatever you want for your quality of life, but I personally prefer Arcane Fury. It just gives more melee damage, so I can just do more damage with the plunge itself. As for the Archon Shards, this is my personal setup. Like, what you really need to get is a Tau-Forged Amber Archon Shard for the increased casting speed, because you need to just hit and run, and you can't be locked down in an animation with Loki. So casting speed is a must. I've also added 2 purple Tau-Forged Archon Shards, because they give you 37% melee critical damage, which is doubled when your energy is over 500, and that's very easy to do with Loki. And then I think you can pretty much flex it, but I've decided to go with a Tau-Forged Emerald Archon Shard, which increases your course's status by 3. Now, I know the maximum you can get is 4, but I don't really want to fully strip the armor from the enemies, because they are going to lose their vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities. Ugh! Why is English so hard? Vulnerability. Okay, I can't spell it, help. I also have Corrosive Projection, which already reduces their armor by 25%. I also have Epitaph Prime, which is used for stripping the armor. And with this one, is pretty much going to strip them of like 99% of their armor, which I think is more than enough, unless you're going for level cap, which, I don't know, you're just crazy in my opinion. And the last one, you can just put whatever you want. I personally went with a primary status chance, because, let me show you, just a second. I chose the evolution which gives only the critical chance increase. You can also go with the critical chance increase and the status increase, but because I already have the red Archon Shard which gives me status chance, I'm only going for the bigger critical chance increase. If that makes sense, I think. For the Boltor Prime build, don't worry, I don't think it's really like a 9 forma build, it's just that I've messed up, okay? Now, on the Boltor Prime, I have a Viral build with also a lot of puncture. And if you don't have a Riven, you can just replace with Vital Sense. I don't have space. So, as I said, we are going to be unga-bunga plunging on them enemies. And for the melee, I went with the Pangolin Prime. Why this, you might ask? I mean, just look at it. It looks very pretty with Loki. But just kidding, it's actually because it gives you this unique trait where melee slams inflict a slash status effect, which is very nice, very strong, because slash bypasses armor in enemies. Not like they're going to have any armor left, but it's a pretty standard build. Relentless Combination, which gives me melee combo when a slash status deals damage. Is going to be dealing a lot of slash damage. Also Seismic Wave for more unga-bunga melee slam damage. And here, if you don't have a Riven, you can just go with any of the Smite modes, which I haven't leveled up yet, I know, I'm sorry. Or you can just go for something like critical damage, because critical damage will affect the slash damage. 90 rerolls, I haven't got any decent roll. But anyway, melee damage will help with the plunge itself. But it is what it is. I'm not being lucky with Ravens, I swear. Now, for the Arcane, I went with Melee Duplicate. So what it basically does is that on base critical hits, and that means on yellow critical hits, your attacks will deal damage again. So that means it's going to apply another slash damage status. So that's really going to ramp up your damage. As for the secondary, I highly suggest that you stick to the Epitaph or Epitaph Prime if you have it, since it is the best primer in the game at the moment. It will help you with armor stripping as well as applying lots of other status effects. So this is pretty much the build. I went with Amalgam Barrier Diffusion just so I can roll faster and, you know, just unga-bunga on the enemies. Lethal Torrent for more fire rate, multi-shot, and then I went for Electricity and Toxin to give me the Corrosive, Sure Shot for more status chance, Augur Sickle for status duration because you want to make sure that all those stats just stick to the enemies, and Scorch for hit. Why hit? Because hit also strips armor. Now, the only arcane which I recommend is Secondary Encumber, which on a status effect it has a chance to trigger another status effect and so on. In a shiny day, I am going to finally get the last 3 arcanes that I need. I'm just lazy farming that Citrine mission again. As for the companion, it's the kitty cat Panzer Vulpaphyla. Of course, it's always the cast, Jesus Christ. Now, for the Panzer itself, the really important modes are these ones. Vicious Bond, because it strips armor, once again. Tenacious Bond, the really important part is the second part, where it will increase your critical damage multiplier if your kitty cat has over 50% critical chance, which she does. Then Reinforced Bond is also really good, because if your companion has over 1200 shields, which this kitty cat has, it's going to increase your fire rate by 60%. So Bolter with 60% increased fire rate, especially in the Incarnate form, is just bonkers, it shreds. And the Duplex Bond will help you with the energy, especially since we have Nourish. And of course the Viral Quills, which will inflict Viral, and if you already have Viral on the enemies, which is very likely from the Bolter, you are just going to be spreading some spores. So pretty much what you're gonna do in a mission is just jump really high in the air, prime the enemies, then just do some plunge attacks. And they're pretty much just going to die from the slash. And if they don't, you go with the Bolter, you load your Incarnate form, and then you're just going to skibidi-dum-dum on them. And that's it. They are dead. And also with Bolter, Bombard, yeah, all the steel path, just going to load, and then they are pretty much going to die very easily, even without priming them. You know, and now a lot of you guys still run Torrid. I personally just love Bolter because it just delivers that ASMR to me every night. It just sounds really nice. I mean, just listen to it. Oh yeah, baby, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the theory. And now let's just put this build to the test. And pro tip, if all else fails, just stay invisible and let your squad do the heavy lifting, okay? Like, that can happen. That's what teamwork is for. Teamwork is the dream work, okay? Yes, skibidi, blah, blah, blah. I'm having brain rot, that's not normal. Woohoo! Lunge! Lament! I'm really just cosplaying shower at this point. Kapush, kapush, kapush. Chimichanga, motherfucker. Woo. Oh yeah, just me and you, Loki, just me and you. Let's go conquer the world. Quincy doesn't have to know this, okay? Just die of it. Like, is it just me, or are there a lot more Eximus units since the update? Like, get shreked, mate. Shabalaga, woo! Waka waka, Mickey Mouse! Woohoo! Just die, Jesus. So there you have it. Loki isn't meta, but he can be lots of fun. With the right build and investment, we can show why the Loki Master Race, Master Race, was once a legend. If you've enjoyed this guide, drop a like, share it with a fellow Tenno, and subscribe for more Warframe shenanigans. Bye bye!